Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. I just wanted to yap about some planes I like, and in this video I'm going to yap about the A-4 Skyhawk. So, during the 1950s, the US Navy needed a new light attack aircraft to replace its old propeller planes, which were the A-1 Skyrider, which the Skyrider was from the same company as the A-4, the Douglas company. The A-4 was a light attack aircraft, but with the power to carry the same bomb load as a B-17 bomber from World War II. When it entered service in 1956, the pilots nicknamed it Scooter and Heineman's Hot Rod, which was the name of the engineer. The Skyhawk participated in several conflicts around the world, firstly in Vietnam, doing bombing and close air support missions. Being very nimble, the pilots loved how hard it was to hit. During and after the war, it also performed as a buddy for air refueling, which basically means that the A-4 was capable of carrying special external fuel tanks to refuel other planes mid-flight. When Vietnam was over, the Skyhawk was modified to serve as a trainer, replacing the F-9 Cougar, and after as an aggressor in Top Gun, and simulated enemy pilots for the US Navy to train. But the Skyhawk was not limited to serve under the US Navy. It also served in Israel, participating in the Yom Kippur War, in Argentina during the Malvinas conflict, where it made history thanks to its brave pilots who managed to sink the British Coventry and damage the Antelope, Sir Galahad, Glasgow, Argonaut, Broadsword and Sir Tristram. After the war, in Argentina, the A-4s were modernized and became the A-4 ARs, but more on them later. They also served in the Indonesian Air Force during the counter-insurgency strikes in East Timor, in the Kuwaiti Air Force, where they saw action during Operation Desert Storm. These are not all the countries in which A-4 served, but where the Skyhawk participated in more conflicts. There are several variants of the A-4. The main ones produced for the US and most countries are the A-4A, the A-4B, the A-4C, the A-4A, which included a new and more powerful engine, TACAN, more weapon pylons, Doppler navigation radar and radar altimeter, toss bombing, computer, and a low-altitude bombing system, and the A-4M, which was a dedicated marine version with improved avionics, engine, enlarged cockpit, IFF systems, and a TV and laser spot tracker. Variants made specifically for modernizing and other countries that needed the variants were the A-4G, built for the Royal Australian Navy, which were retrofitted with the avionics hump we can see in the versions of the A-4A, A-4H, built for Israel, which used the 30mm DEFA cannons, and the A-4N, which were A-4Ms for the Israelis, the A-4K for Royal New Zealand Air Force, which were upgraded A-4Gs from Australia, but with new radar and avionics, the capabilities for carrying Maverick missiles and Ship-U laser-guided weapons, the A-4KU for Brazil, and the A-4HU Super Skyhawk for Singapore Air Force, which were retrofitted with a non-afterburning F-404 and a laser-seeker inertial navigation system, TACAN, RWR, and countermeasures. And finally, my favorite, the A-4AR, which were upgraded A-4Ms with a new engine, ejection seat, radar hull, inertial navigation system, RWR, electronic jammers, countermeasures dispensers, and IFF for Argentina. I really like the Skyhawk because of its participation in the Malvinas conflict, in which they showed to be a very nice aircraft with very nice capabilities. All of the attacks were possible thanks to the pilots, to which I have a lot of respect. And in War Thunder, it flies really well and is very entertaining. Usually I take this loadout: one bomb of 2000 pounds in the center pilot and 2 gunboats, and I like to take out light vehicles and helicopters. That's the mission.